Everything that I'm going to be talking about tonight is from my own point of view. Um, about the topic is going to be about older women dating younger men and what do I think about it, about that situation. Okay. Um, Okie dokie. Well, but before I get into it, let me just say I'm in Florida, where they was having a hurricane. So this was my first hurricane that, well, really I didn't see anything here, and I waited for it, but nothing. So I don't know what the big heat was. And if anybody, I think somebody lost their life in this hurricane. So it was somewhere else. It wasn't where I am. It wasn't where I live at. I didn't get any really, really bad uh you know, hurricanes. But anyway, let me see. Let me see, what is this for? Share. No, I don't want to do that. Mm-mm. Okay, it's getting on time. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a live video and I'm going to save the live. Okay, I'm going to save it. So here's the deal. What do I feel, my personal opinion about um, older women dating younger men? I don't see anything wrong with it. Men been doing it for ages. But now, if a older woman date a younger man, um, here's the deal about that. You might get really attached to this younger man, and where it start out to be some type of fetish, or something that you want to experience, for just something to do to see how you would vibe with a younger man, because at a certain age, men your age may not do what you want them to do. You know, they don't perform in bed, and they don't do things that a younger man would do to make you feel like a woman. And 9 times out of 10, if a woman is 70 years old, uh, a man in his late 40s is about right for her at that age when it comes down to sexuality, because her I don't know, her desire is stronger as at that age. I don't know. And then see, I guess she spent all the years raising children and then dealing with a husband that wasn't romantic. I'm just speaking of the ones that are like that, because everybody's not like that. But just say the ones that were married all their life, from young all the way up to old. Maybe her husband died, or maybe they got divorced and she's by herself, and she just want to, like have a fling or an affair, and she choose to do it with a young man. Well, a few things can happen. If you're not a wealthy woman, I would say, um, it would matter, if you was rich like Madonna and the Kardashian ladies and all these women that you see with them men, um, 38, 28, 40, which I think, to each his own, but I can't even see myself with no 28-year-old man, but they doing it, and they way on up there. I think Cher is in her 80s, and I think maybe her man might be in his 30s or something like that. I might be mistaken, but I believe so. But anyway, just say, but they got plenty of money. Them women got plenty of money. And the thing about it with a woman, if she taking care of her body and she using things that her physician have told her to use, everything down there in a woman is just like it was when she was 16. See, see, a woman is a different than a man. A woman is never going to get old down there. You know, it's just and then if you are not, just say if you're not wealthy and you're older and you mess around there and meet the man that you dreamed about, he everything that you ever wanted, he in every spot and corner, the round the corner, up this tree and all everywhere. Um, then if you're on Social Security, you getting the check every month, you might mess around and be giving your whole check. The reason why I say this because look at the percentage of the people that's being scammed all over. These older women and older men are being scammed every day, and they giving up hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars every day to somebody just talking sweet to them and never see their face, just text them. So imagine if you had somebody in a real person that you could touch and feel and look at. He's saying all them things that the men text on the thing, and then giving it to you that something in your mind that you have not had. And some women, believe it or not, older women, been married all their life and never reached the peak orgasm before. You meet a man that's 30 years younger or 40 years younger than you are. In Cher's case, oh my God, over 50 years older than Cheryl, because I think the man's like 38 and she's like 82 or something like that. Well, imagine if this woman's singing like she's in the Mormon choir because of what this man's doing to her. And then here you might meet somebody doing the same thing, putting that bin in his bag, but you don't have the money like that. You find yourself calling him, parking outside his house and all this other stuff. If you are that, if it's like that. So I would advise there's nothing wrong with dating a younger man. Let's get real with it. I was just like joking, but look at it in sincerity. Um, the first thing you hear out of a young man's mouth is age ain't nothing but a number. That's one of the things. And then you say that I'm old enough to be your mother, and they'll say, but you're not my mama. Oh, you hear all this from those young men. But let me tell you, if you are, like I said, living on a fixed income, I suggest that you stay within your range and leave them young men alone unless you are so wealthy you can afford it like that. Because if you can't, stay in your lane. Um, because these women they're giving away houses, selling houses, land, giving up their 401k, their whole life savings, and going to the plasma bank, selling plasma to eat because of scammers. So imagine you getting hooked up and all your children grown and don't know nobody because you're too ashamed to tell them that you're doing it. And you will mess around and you won't have your rent paid because of dealing with somebody younger. And then again, uh, it's not. This is 2024. Things not like they used to be. And like I say, if you ain't got the money for security and all this kind of stuff, I suggest you stay in your lane. Because of there are more uh, cons than pros with an older woman going with a young man. If you think that you just want to do it for a fling or whatever, if he's a successful young man and he's attracted to you and you do it, and if you find yourself, just say you do it, but if you find yourself so um, caught up in this sexual attraction, if it become a sexual obsession where you begin to take him to dinner, pay his rent, well, I suggest that you cut it off and leave that alone and move on carefully, carefully move on. And if you are going to be dating a younger man, I would tell somebody, if not your children, your girlfriend, or somebody that you're seeing a younger man, because it can you could lose the sense of reality in if you're having sexual encounters with this young man and he's taking you to cloud 10 and making you see stars and all this kind of stuff that you never had done to you, and that you've been desired. He giving you everything that you want, that you desired sexually. And you got to be very, very careful. But now there's nothing wrong with it, but you just got to be careful. Okay. And so, to the ones that wanted me to do this video of younger men and older women, I get your point about here is the pros about dating an older woman. Okay. The older woman have been there, done that, seen that. So you would never have that trouble out of her. Where you been? Where you going? Where you got all this kind of stuff? If you out there, hustling, working and doing your thing, and she know it, that would, and you checking in and all this stuff, and she'll have no reason to like. She know you, and she gotten to know you. You just want peace. Well, with an older woman, 9 times out of 10, you got that peace. With a younger woman, they will run you down until they ain't going for it. But older woman, been there, done that, and if you're looking for peace, that's an older woman. And then another thing, you ain't got to worry about the older woman slipping and tipping and peeking and period, because once she got somebody is what is supplying her need as an older woman, she's set. She's satisfied and she's set. Of Roman eyes and all this kind of stuff. She might blink, but she not gonna be doing all of that a young woman would, because that part of her life is over. So you pretty well will have a sincere relationship if you're serious about an older woman. There you go. She will be faithful to you and clean. The majority of them are clean and they, take good care of their bodies. The ones that don't, they're not probably interested in that anyway. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't knock it. So if you got a older woman that you got your eyes on, I say go for it, you know. But just to know that if you're an older woman going after a young man, and you know what to look for as well. And you know what? The first thing, if they stop, can I hold this and hold this until next week and all this, that part is over with. You've seen that. So don't fall for that. So I hope I answered some of your questions. Like I said in the comments, um, my subscribers usually leave me messages on things that they want me to talk about, and I do videos of them. And so I decided I would come and do a live tonight because I hadn't done a live with my subscribers. And so you could join the channel because in the upcoming video, I'm going to be uh, telling you about, the book that I am get ready to be published. I'm gonna have a members only, like what do you call it? Well, where you could join in a Patreon, and it's gonna be the book club for members only, and we're gonna be talking about books published by me, and that's it's gonna be called the book club. But that's in later on down the line. I got a little bit too many irons in the fire. But anyway, um, stay safe out there. And like I say, love yourself and don't wait for no one to do that for you. You love yourself. And this is Joanna saying good night. And I was glad to come and do this live. Okay. Good night.